IDB 4 years to recovery. Barbados' visitor arrivals and the money it makes from tourism could take up to 4 years to recover from the COVID pandemic. That is the assessment of the economic and tourism sector team from the Inter-American Development Bank's Caribbean Development in the new report, Imaging a Post-COVID Tourism Recovery. Regional Overview. The analysis by Olga Gomez Garcia, Henry Mooney, David Rosenblatt, and Maria Alejandra Segarra, published in the bank's latest Caribbean quarterly bulletin, concluded that it was unlikely that a V-shaped recovery will occur for Barbados and other Caribbean destinations. Quote, the most likely scenario is a recovery time frame between 2.5 to 4 years to return to the pre-COVID levels of tourism arrivals and expenditures. Volatility in the path to recovery is likely as well. Volatility in the path to recovery is likely as well. In the meantime, affected firms and workers will need continued support, they said. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Play stupid games to get stupid prizes. Barbados, as I've said before, and other Caribbean countries as well, are based on tourism. Their whole economic identity is tourism. If you shut down your country, there's no tourism. And I keep asking, what did they expect? But I keep forgetting that this was the plan. It might not have been the government itself's plan, but it's the agenda's plan, so it's their plan. Anyway, it says it's going to be 2.5 years to 4 years to return to pre-COVID levels of normal tourism. Be real with us. Don't give us the hopium. Tell us the truth, Tell us that we're never going back to a pre-COVID era in any form or fashion. And that means it's not going to take 2.5 to 4 years. This time frame that was given, it is in the scenario that the pandemic ends, which it is not going to end. If the pandemic doesn't end, it doesn't take 4 years to return to the pre-COVID levels of tourism. It takes, I don't know, a disclosed amount of years. We may never get back what we lost. I don't think we ever will. We're not going to get back the small businesses that we lost. We're not going to get back the lives um, that the lives, the lives from suicides, from people losing homes, and not going to get that back. You can't just not gonna get those things back. There's some things you can't get back. Time is one, lives is another. I mean, of all the hard work over decades of our ancestors winning independence and building the country and developing it to what it was, and then to come, you know, this is not just here, all over the world. The forefathers worked hard and wrangled, you know, their countries from the colonizers, from the oppressors, gained independence, developed and built their countries and morals and principles. Then for 2020 to come around and all the governments of the world just uh, disregarded all for the hard work that was gained, all the present progress that was gained, all the years, all the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into developing society and the world in general, and then we just, 10 steps forward, 100 steps back. It's like, you mean to tell me in 1 year we regressed as a society, not just spiritually, not just economically, um, ideologically, like everything just regressed scientifically. So amazing, and not in a good way. Small businesses get $1 million finance lifeline. Several non-bank lending agencies have thrown out at least $100 million in lifeline finances to rescue micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises from the economic stranglehold of the pandemic and continue to help them to get started after national lockdown. At a recent webinar on financing startups and business ideas, the Financial Literacy Bureau said many small businesses were helped to stay afloat as it made a case for startups getting more than funding a full package of support that also provided development training for entrepreneurs. And in times of uncertainty such as the COVID-19 pandemic, refinancing options and suspension of loan repayments. The Bureau was launched in October 2020 to help local households and businesses to better manage their finances. Technical advisor in the Ministry of Energy, Small Business and Entrepreneurship, responsible for the Bureau, David Simpson, told the Zoom and Facebook audience, who turned into here panelists from Barbados Youth Business Trust, the City of Bridgetown Credit Union, and Fund Access, the Barbados Trust Fund, and the Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation, that all the agencies had responded to their clients to ensure that they are able to manage the effect of COVID-19. This is so counterproductive. How could you shut down the small businesses, not allow them to do what they should be doing, which is opening up, doing business, trading, you know, and then want to bail them out? Where's this money coming from? Non-banking lending agencies? Who are they? These things, these people, these entities are never named. Just like um, experts and scientists say, and experts say, and name these entities. Who are these non-banking lending agencies? Who are funding these non non-bank lending agencies? Who are they? We don't know. We will likely never know. We've seen with the the was it payroll protection plan, the COVID payroll protection plan in the U.S., where the governments were giving businesses funds to stay afloat. It's the same thing, and we know that the majority of that money went to the big box stores. You know, it went to the Walmarts and the Costco's and the big the big supermarkets, the big box stores, the big business. It never trickled down to the small businesses. Some small businesses, yeah, some got some of that payroll protection plan money, but it was not what it was said to be. Some people got $1, you know. Some people got $10. Some people got like menial amounts of money, while the big box stores and the big businesses got the millions that were meant for the small businesses. That's gonna happen here, we know. Okay, they say that it, it it's meant for the micro, small, and medium sized businesses and entrepreneurs. It's not gonna go to them. We all know that. We know it's gonna go to some big supermarkets. And, I can't even recall some supermarkets here. You know who they are. I don't have to say who they are. You know, if it's a big business, a big supermarket, they're gonna get some of this these funds. No, small and medium-sized businesses are gonna get it. It's all part of the agenda. Crush the small, medium-sized businesses. Get them out of the way. We don't want them. We don't want the mom and pop stores, the community shops. We don't want any of those. We want the big business, the shop smart, the the um the masses, yeah, the cost you less. We want those big box stores to survive, so that instead of people in the community, equally spreading around their money and support to their community businesses, the small and medium sized businesses, we want everybody to instead go put all their money into the big box stores. When that happens, small businesses and medium sized businesses are killed. Everyone has to be funneled into the big businesses, and then the big businesses will say, okay, everyone's coming to us, let's jack up those prices. We've seen it, and it's coming. Prices are going, food prices are going up, gas prices are going up. None of it's natural, it's all manufactured. It's always been manufactured. the 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 um the colonial and Keystone pipeline hacks. No, those are hacks. Those are not hackers. Because you don't have to tell you, no one's buying that. We know that the government is doing that. The self sabotage, false flags. More false flags are coming. Bill Gates said more pandemics are coming. Before the pandemic, he said pandemic is gonna come. Pandemic comes. Are we all surprised? No, we're not surprised. He said it was gonna come. He planned it in crazy contagion in the lockstep Rockefeller documents. He planned it in the SPARS pandemic. He planned it Event 201, Agenda 2030. You wrote the blueprint and then you carried it out, and then no, we all should be surprised. Of course, we're not surprised. I know you're saying um more pandemics are gonna come. Believe these people. You know, Klaus Schwab, the leader of the Davos group, the pandemic started in um February, March 2020. My, my dude already had a book written. That dude published a book three 3 months into the pandemic, or 2 months into the pandemic. My man published a book, COVID-19 Great Reset. You tell me that isn't a plan. You don't write a book. You don't write a book in a month and then have it printed out. I don't know how long it takes to write a book and to go through the process of all of that and have it printed and you know have it published and all that stuff. But it doesn't take a month, 2 months. No, it doesn't. The pandemic kicked in. We know we we know that something was happening. January, February, and then we went to lockdown in March. And then the man published a book, COVID-19, The Great Reset. And oh no, it's a plan. It's always been a plan. And if the governments of especially small countries, small islands, going along with this, it's a lose lose. Are you gonna lose, you know, fighting back and keeping your country open and keeping your borders open to get that tourism, or and be ridiculed by the rest of the world, or are you gonna do what they've done, lock down, get the $24 million that Barbados has done and other countries have done, get the money from the IMF, the World Bank? And that money's not gonna do anything for you. The small business is still going under. The middle class is still shrinking and continuing to shrink. It's going to be non-existent. What what did you expect was going to happen? Barbados is high price tag. Barbados may be among the world's smallest countries, but it looms large when it comes to the global rankings of the most expensive places which to live and work. According to several news websites and publications, Barbados once considered decades ago by the United Nations to be in the top tier of emerging nations when it came to human development, has made its list reserved for the costliest countries to live in. If the indexes and the rankings are accurate, it cost its cost of living was ahead of the indexes for such places as Hong Kong, Ireland, United States, France, Canada, UK, Singapore, South Korea, Germany, South Africa, Argentina, and more than 100 other countries. For example, when the World Population Review, a website that analyzes demographic, financial, and social data, published the results of a survey of cost of living indexes that led to the ranking of the most expensive countries to live in 2021. Barbados was at the 12th rung of the global ladder with an index of 80.32. We had the 12th rung of um, costliest countries to live in and work in. But, it's not gonna get any better for sure. Kill on your economy, kill all your small businesses. It's gonna get worse. This is the government that cares for you. The government that puts you in your home, locks you in your home, closed down your restaurant, closed down your businesses, curfews, uh, destroys the economy, then gets money from the IMF, the World Bank, and doesn't share any with you. This is the government that cares.